Hello everyone, today we will learn about type conversion in Python. So in this video we will learn about type conversion in Python and how many types of conversion in Python. So let's start. So in programming it's common to convert integer to float, float to string and so on. The process of converting the value of one data type to another data type is called type conversion. Python has two types of conversion. First, implicit type conversion and second one is explicit type conversion. In implicit type conversion, Python automatically converts one data type to another data type. We are not using any forcefully conversion. It's automatically. Here we can see through example in this picture we are using two variable, number integer and number float, and 123 is stored in number integer and 1.23 is stored in the number float variable. Here there is expression sum, and sum equal to number integer plus number float, and now print sum. So when we will run this program, its output is 124.23. Why? Because here we are adding an integer and a float. So Python automatically converts 123 to float before addition. The data type of number will also be float. Type function. We can find the type of variable using type function. Here in picture we can see the example. There is a two variable, number integer 123, which is the type of integer, and number float is 1.23, which is called a floating point value. Now we will see the expression sum equal to number integer plus number float, and the next statement we will printing with the print statement. In this print statement we are using type function, and inside the function we are giving the variable value sum. So when we will run this program, you can see the output of this program is class float. So using this type function we can find the type of variable, like it is a float or whether it is an integer or it is a string type. Here in this picture, in this example, we will see the type of sum is the float type, because when we will add one integer value and one float value, so simply it give the result as a float value. That's why we can see the output is float type. Here we will try one more example. In this picture you can see here a equal to 555, but it is not a integer, it is a string type. Why? Because it is enclosed in a single quotation mark. Now when we will use print statement, and then we can use the type function and then give the variable type A, so its output is class str, means clearly it is a string type, not a integer type. Explicit type conversion. In explicit type conversion we use the predefined functions like int function, float function, str function, etc. to convert one data type to another data type. This means if you want to convert one data type to another data type forcefully, it's not automatically, it's a forcefully, so we can use these functions. For example, in this picture we can see here the variable float number holds the value is 1.734, which is called a floating point value. Now we are going to convert to integer. So here I am using an integer number as a variable, and then I am using int function. So here integer number equal to int, and then I am passing this variable means float number, because I want to convert this float number variable to integer. Now I'm writing a print statement here, print integer number. So it will give output 1, because it already converted floating point to integer using int function. Second print line, you can see I just want to check what is the type of the variable integer number. So when I will use with the print statement, so print, and then I'm using the type function, which is already discussed in previous. So in type I will pass the variable integer number, so it will give the output class int. It will clearly mention here the type class int, means now integer number is the int. It's a integer data type. So this is the explicit type conversion. This means it's not automatically, if you want to type convert one data type to another data type, you can use the predefined functions here, like int functions, float functions, str functions, etc. There is no, we will discuss in next video how many types of the explicit type conversion functions. Converting a string data type to integer data type or float data type, so we can easily convert a string to integer and float using int and float respectively. Here in this example, you can see the variable a equal to 55. 55 is a string, not a integer. Here a variable integer number and another variable float number. So I'm using integer number equal to int a. This means I'm converting the variable a into integer, and the second line float number equal to float a. This means I'm converting a into float, and a is the string data type. Now I can print integer number and float number. So what we will see, integer number equal to 55 and float number equal to 55. So this means now the integer the number is 55 is a integer number and 55.0 is a floating point value. So now it's not a string. So easily we can convert a string to int and float. Now we are going to convert integer and floating point value to a string. So to convert integers and floating point numbers to string, we use str function. Here in this picture, in this example, the variable a holds 80, which is an integer, and b holds the value 80.99. This means it is a floating point value. Now we are using two variables, str a and str b. Str a equal to str a. This is the function, str function. I am passing a in str function, and then b, and then now I'm printing print str a, means the variable str a, and next statement I am printing str b. So it will give, what will give the output? You can see very easily, it's print 80 and 80.99. So this means these two variables are string. 80 and 80.99 is a string, not an integer and float. Okay, so please be careful here. 80 and 80.99 is not a integer and float, it is a string. If you want to check in second print line, you can see here print type str_a, so it is a class str. Print type str_b is a class str. This means it is a string, not a integer and float, as previously we declare the value. So please be careful when you try to convert integer and float to string. Thank you.